Dignitaries on the dais to please come forward and light the lamp. Shri Babre to come and present the theme of the conference in Sanskrit.
नमो नमः स्वागतं च मंचस्थाः आदरणीयाः फ्रा महासोम्बुन् फन्ना महाभागाः श्री दोर्जी वांगचुक महाभागाः मान्याः श्री नरेश चंद्र महोदयाः तथा श्री विजय कुमार जैन महोदयाः श्री रवींद्र पंत महोदयाः श्रीमती शुभदा जोशी महोदया श्री समीर सोमय्या महोदयाः श्री रंगनाथन महोदयाः तथा च सर्वेपि सोमय्या विश्वस्ताः सोमय्या संकुलस्थानां सर्वासां संस्थानां प्राचार्याः अन्ये च सर्वे निमन्त्रिता मान्यवराः सुहृदश्च सर्वेभ्यः अतिथिगणेभ्यः सहर्षम् अभिवादनम् सर्वेभ्यः उपस्थितेभ्यः हार्दं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। बौद्धग्रन्थानाम् अनुवादाः लिप्यन्तराणि चिकित्सितसंस्करणानि च एतद् विषयं समुद्दिश्य सप्तमी अन्ताराष्ट्रीय द्वैवार्षिकी परिषदेशा आयोजिता अस्ति। के.जे. सोमय्या सेंटर फॉर बुद्धिस्ट स्टडीज अनया संस्थया सार्धं राष्ट्रीय संस्कृत संस्थानं देहली नवनालंदा महाविहारः बिहार तथा च मुंबई विद्यापीठस्य तत्त्वज्ञान विभागः एते संयोजनेऽस्मिन् सहकारिणः। सोमय्या संकुले स्थिताः सर्वाः संस्थाः अन्योन्यं सहयोगप्रदानेन कार्यरताः। अस्याः परिषदः आयोजने सर्वासाम् एतासां संस्थानां योगदानं सविशेषं निर्देशम् अर्हति। किञ्चित्तु परिषदः विषयमुद्दिश्य भगवतो बुद्धस्य उपदेशं प्रकटीकुर्वन् पालीभाषया संस्कृतभाषया वा निबद्धो महान् असौ ग्रन्थराशिः प्राचीने काले नैकाभिः भाषाभिः अनुदितः आसीत्। कतिपये बौद्धागमास्तावत् केवलं चीनभाषया भोटभाषया वा अनुदिता उपलभ्यन्ते। बुद्धोपदेशः यत्र यत्र प्रसृतः तत्र तत्र तत्रत्यया भाषया शब्दबद्धो अभवत्। तत्तद्देशीया विचारधारा संस्कृतिर्वा कतिपयेषु ग्रन्थेषु प्रतिबिम्बिता दृश्यते। विभिन्न प्रान्तभाषायां बौद्धग्रन्थानाम् अनुवादः सातत्येन प्रवर्तते। कार्यस्य अस्य अध्वर्युः आसीत् सिंहलप्रान्तस्थो राजा वट्टगामिनी। ख्रीस्ताब्दस्य प्रथमे शतके राजा वट्टगामिनी बौद्ध आगमान् सुव्यवस्थितं स्वरूपं प्रायच्छत्। अधुना तु अस्य कार्यक्षेत्रस्य एतावत् प्रचारः जातः यत् फ्रेंच, जर्मन, चीन तथा भोटभाषया अपि एते ग्रन्थाः अनुदिताः। तथापि न एतत् पर्याप्तम्। यद्यपि नैके छात्राः पण्डिताः च पालीभाषाध्ययने रताः, तथापि प्रत्येकं भाषा स्वभावतः स्वरूपतः च विभिन्ना एव। अनुवादे अर्थान्तरस्य सम्भवः नास्ति, किन्तु भाषामाधुर्यं सौकर्यं च अतीव महत्त्वपूर्णम्। लिप्यन्तरं तु मूलग्रन्थस्य पथदर्शकः दीपः इव, अतः एतत् अपि सदोषं भवितुं न अर्हति। अत एव अनुवादः, लिप्यन्तरं, चिकित्सितसंस्करणं च सूक्ष्मेक्षिकाम् अपेक्षन्ते। तदर्थं विश्वेऽनुमोदिताः केचन नियमाः अपि प्रस्थापिताः सन्ति। तेषां सम्यक् परिपालनं यथा आवश्यकं, तथैव तेषां यथार्थानुशीलनमपि। कदाचित् तत्तद् देशभाषास्वरूपम् अनुसृत्य लिप्यन्तरनियमाः अपि परिवर्तन्ते। तेषामपि सम्यक् अवधारणं परमावश्यकम्। तदर्थमेव अनुवादकस्य भाषाप्रभुत्वम्, अनुवादः, लिप्यन्तरं च सर्वम् एतत् परीक्षणीयं भवति। अपि च कार्येऽस्मिन् समुदितानां समस्यानां निराकरणम् अपि चिन्तनीयम्। केचन शब्दप्रयोगाः भाषावैशिष्ट्यं प्रदर्शयन्ति, केचन संस्कृतिविशेषम्। केचन शब्दप्रयोगाः प्रान्तभेदेन अर्थविकारमपि दर्शयन्ति। केचन शब्दाः न तु मौलिकाः, अपि तु लिपिकारस्य प्रमादेन प्रक्षिप्ताः। एतादृशेषु बहुषु विषयेषु विद्वन्मन्त्रणा भवतु इत्यर्थं परिषदेषा आयोजिता। चर्चा एषा फलदात्री भवतु इति शुभाशंसां प्रकटीकृत्य विरमामि अहम्। पुनरेकवारं सर्वेषां हार्दं स्वागतं। धन्यवादाः।
Thank you, Bhagyashri. I request Shri V. Ranganathan to come and give the welcome address.
Professor Naresh Chandra, Pro-Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University, Dr. Ravindra Pant, Director Navanalanda Mahavihara, Professor Vijay Kumar Jain, Head Buddhist Studies, Rashtriya Sanskrit Sansthan, Professor Dorje Wangchuk, Director Kainsey Center of Tibetan Buddhist Textual Scholarship, Mr. Samir Somaya, Vice President Somaya Vidyavihar, Dr. Mr. Shankar Narayanan, Director KJ Somaya Center of Buddhist Studies, Dr. Shubhada Joshi, Head of the Department of Sanskrit, and assembled scholars. On behalf of Somaya Vidyavihar, I am indeed deem it a privilege to extend a very hearty welcome to all of you. Somaya Vidyavihar was founded 53 years ago on the 9th of September 1959 by Shri Karamshi Jetabai Somaya, the late Karamshi. He was a great philanthropist and humanist, was awarded Padma Bhushan by the President of India, and his dream was to set up an educational complex where he can provide modern education imbued with the values enshrined in ancient Indian wisdom. Then subsequently, Somaya Vidyavihar expanded greatly by his illustrious son, the late Dr. Shantilal Somaya, and now Mr. Samir Somaya is at the helm of affairs. And over the last 53 years, Somaya Vidyavihar has blossomed into a beautiful educational complex covering a wide spectrum of education with humanities, sciences, technology, management, medical studies, and not the least, cultural and spiritual studies. We have education starting from the preschool level. There are 8 schools which are being run in various parts of rural Maharashtra and rural Karnataka, apart from 2 schools in the city of Mumbai. Then undergraduate education, postgraduate education, doctoral studies, research programs. It encompasses a wide spectrum of activities. Now, what is unique about Somaiya Vidya Vihar is, among these institutions are a set of institutions devoted to heritage and culture. These are institutions which are devoted to the Vedic studies, study of Buddhism, Jain studies, study of yoga, and study of Sanskrit. And apart from that, a large program of interfaith dialogue is also being carried out in these institutions. And it is our belief that through these institutions, the imparting of values to the students across the board in the campuses would develop, and that would enrich the students, not merely intellectually but also spiritually and emotionally, and you will produce good citizens in the world. Now the biannual conference which is being organized by K.J. Somaiya Center for Buddhist Studies on translation is being jointly sponsored by our Rashtriya Sanskrit Sansthan and Namananda Mahavihara. Express our gratitude to them. We are also grateful to the University of Mumbai, Indian Council for Cultural Relations and Indian Council for Social Sciences Research, who also helped us in funding the program. On behalf of Somaiya Vidya Vihar and its total of 1,500 faculty and 30,000 students, I extend a very hearty welcome to you, and I do wish that we have very pleasant and fruitful deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ranganathan sir. We are very lucky, as Mr. Ranganathan has told us, to be associated with very distinguished scholars, not only from India but around the world. And it is an honor for us to have them here in our campus. And I request Mr. Samir Somaiya to please honor Professor Naresh Chandra. Divya Ben Mirani to please come and honor Dr. Shubhata Joshi. address.
Our next speaker is Frama Sambun Fanna. He is presently Vice Dean of Graduate School, Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University, Thailand. He is an MA in Buddhist Studies from Thammasat University and PhD in Buddhist Studies from Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University. He has written numerous research articles on subjects as diverse as Yogacara, language and hermeneutics, and the Thai interpretation of socially engaged Buddhism. Now I will request Frama Sambun Fanna, please come up and deliver the inaugural address. Thank you.
Dear Professor C. V. Langkanathan, Honorary Secretary of Somaya Vidya Vihar, and dear Professor Vijay Kumar Jain, Head of Buddhist Study, Rajatriya Sanskrit Sansthan. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of MCU or Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University, Thailand, I feel very honored and very thankful to KJSO Maya Center for Buddhist Study for inviting me and my colleagues from Thailand to join this great event. In my opinion, now we live in the information technology age or globalization, like a global village that gives us many privileges and opportunity to do the cross-cultural exchange of Buddhist texts. Our topic today, the cross-cultural transmission of Buddhist text, the critical edition, transmission, transliteration, and translation, is very important to preserve and continue the collection of Buddhist teaching to next generation, as a statement in the Yanotaya Pakarana. Yanotaya Pakarana said, a single letter of the Buddha teachings is equal to a Buddha image. The available literatures in scripture are in ancient one that have been handed down to us from generation to generation among various languages and culture. It is possible that there are some errors have been done to them and intentionally in a long course of being handed down. This is the reason why the critical edition or textual criticism has been used to determine what the religious original manuscript are. The critical edition means a method